Hey, welcome back to another episode of Let's Animate. And you might be saying, it's not another episode. It's a new, well, it's a new other episode. It's another episode that is also new. I'm not giving up on. I told everyone and I told myself I'm not giving up on a project. I want to see it through to completion, and that is true. We will be seeing our Abrams joke through to completion. Um, Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's going to happen. But I was struck the other day with a moment of inspiration, if you will. Let me take a sip of coffee here. Mmm. Mmm. B minus coffee. It's getting cold, but the flavor, the strength and flavoring of it is just right. So it still earns a B. B minus somewhere in there. But yeah, I was doing some paperwork the other day, and I got struck suddenly. I was listening to whatchamacallit, this guy right here, an episode of Isaac, and I wrote it down. I don't have the number on me. I wrote it down. I got some very simple screenshots, like storyboard ideas that I did. Some frame by or shot by shot sort of beats that I want to hit in the joke here. And yeah, from the other day. I'm not going to be using the audio from it though. It's just the because it's just him talking. But it's a topic that has come up before, and I want to. It hit me this for some reason. This story that popped into my mind when he was talking about this sort of contentious topic that they often find themselves in on the NLSS. So I thought, you know what, it's going to be a complicated one too. It's not a gimme, but it's something I want to do. First of all, let's save this as a new file here. We're going to throw this into here, and we're going to throw it into... why is my computer lagging out like this? We're going to throw it into there, and we're going to throw it into... we're going to call this a base NL. And it's going to be a lot of different versions of NL in this gag. But first, I want to make a thumbnail, and this is going to be a short video. There's people coming home. I started recording late. It's been a busy... We got hammered, like just absolutely hammered with snow here. And the whole province is getting kind of a shit kicking, so to speak. And they're getting it in like some freezing rain and all kinds of weird stuff going on here. But we got it in snow, just a ton of snow and a ton of wind. It was incredibly windy. Yeah, we're not going to have this hat. This hat is not going to be part of anything going on here. His face is going to be like that. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to hide that arm. His body, I mean, we don't really want it to look like that. We want it to just be, we can get rid of this. Where's the actual layer for his body? Oh, it's that in that? Oh, that is in that. Okay. Yes, we're going to, there we go. So we're going to have a very, yeah. We don't need that. We don't need that. What I want to do for the thumbnail is I want to give him a Maggie wig, because this is going to be Let's Animate and Sidepiece. It's going to be Sidepiece, and he's going to have a nice little Maggie wig on, and he's going to have a distraught look, and that's all I want to get through get to in this video. And let's give him like a some worried eyes here, pupils worried. Oh geez, and we got some animations in here. Should be okay. Let's just pull these up. No, I want that like that. I want that like that. I want this, and then I want this. There we go. And we're gonna trouble his eyes here. Don't worry. I think if troubling eyes would be flat on the top, maybe. I'm guessing. I don't know. But Yeah, we're just going to flip his mouth around. We got lots of different mouths here because of this. There we go. And yeah, so we'll just, he has already got a worried mouth. That's fine. Let's give him some brows that are upset. No. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. Let's stick to the wig. I want to get the wig done. For sure. But yeah, I mean, nothing is disappearing. We've still got the Abrams joke in the background, kind of sitting on the back burner. This I want it posted. I want it on the circle jerk, and I want a finished product. It's been too long since I've had a finished product come out of this office. So it's this is what we're going to be working on. It's going to be very few animations. Very few animations, lots of close-ups. Oh boy. When I Google Maggie wig, it does not come up with what I want. Isaac Maggie. I should, instead of wig, I should just say Isaac Maggie, right? Got the bow. We can't forget about the bow. Yeah, so there's that. There's that. There we go. This is the one right here. We're going to save this. And we'll throw it into here. There we go. And then we'll come over here and we'll do a new one of these. And one of these. There we go. Okay, Maggie wig. Beautiful. It's gonna be over top. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so I was doing some paperwork, boring old paperwork. You know, it's tax time. It's tax season. You know, the season of taxes. You know, the government has got money-hungry eyes and dollar signs in their eyes, and they want their money. It's time. And I was trying to dig out some paperwork, and I threw on just, and I don't even really listen to his Isaac series much anymore. But he just started talking about, and I had heard, you know, this sort of ridiculous conversation. I'll cut to the chase here. It's about the whole controversy, quote unquote, regarding eating fish and chips with a knife and fork or with your hands, and that's all it is. And he was talking about it. I remember it coming up on the show before. I was like, oh yeah, haha, funny one-off. And then I thought, you know, didn't think anything of it. And then for him to bring it up on his own again, I started thinking about it again. That is a pretty funny premise. You know, it's so ridiculous, but it's also so telling, I guess, in a way, of like, of a culture, of a view on food, I guess. Like, is any given thing that you eat is a finger food or a utensil food, and is that telling of where you're from, or you know, globally where you're from, or where you're from socioeconomically, or what? I don't know. I have no idea. And then he goes and he caps it all off with saying that he stands by eating pizza with a knife and fork. And I know for a lot of people that is just outrageous. Like, people can't even imagine, what are you doing eating? But, and this is totally legit and unironically, I eat pizza with a knife and fork. I have for years. I eat lots of things with a knife and fork that many people don't, and we can go into that another time. But right now, you know, I can give you the rundown. Just about anything that you would think everyone eats with their fingers, I probably have or do eat with a knife and fork. And, you know, again, we won't go into it too much, but I'll tell you straight up, it comes from having kids. I went so many years with kids that eat, and then as they're allowed to do. I permit kids in my house to eat. Yes, you are allowed to eat. If you are a child in my house, you are permitted to eat. But they would eat, but like, I don't even know what percentage. It's got to be a really low percentage of the food actually makes it into their digestive system to provide sustenance for their growing bodies, little furnaces of energy and activity. They need a ton of calories, and but only so many actually make it into their bodies, and it's ridiculous. And I became so frustrated with it's almost good just like that. I became so frustrated with the they would leave messes like on the table, jams and syrups and things that you wouldn't think could get sticky, but they've somehow managed to make sticky, and all over my table, and you'd be hours removed from a meal, and if you missed cleaning up the one little spot, boom, your hand would be in it, and you just sticky fingers, and oh my god, it's so obnoxious. It got to the point where I just said enough is enough. I'm tired of having sticky hands. I'm done. And then the kids got older, and they didn't make messes so much anymore, and if they did, they cleaned them up, and things got better, but I still hated having sticky hands. So the idea of picking up pizza, for instance, or anything like that, it's a no-go for me now. I don't do sticky finger foods. I don't do ribs. If I'll eat ribs with a knife and fork, I apologize. I know I'm probably offending a lot of people, but that's just the way it is. And I have my reasons, and I stand by it. I don't need sticky fingers in my life anymore. I'm done with it. I've done my time. It's over. Deal with it, That's just my 2 cents on the whole situation anyway. And that's why I eat pizza with a knife and fork. So our Maggie bow here is a little bit discouraged. We'll have to bring everything up to the top. There we go. Or we're gonna have to put this on its own layer at some point. This bow probably couldn't hurt, but for now this is just a thumbnail, right? The bow and the hair is not going to be part of the of the gag here. This is just strictly just for a thumbnail. So now what do we have to do? We have to make him distraught. Let's do some text first here. What do I normally do for thumbs? Let's save this as thumbnail for Sidepiece. Sidepiece thumbnail. Okay, so this is now Sidepiece thumbnail. For my thumbnails, I usually use, let's open up a thumbnail from a Let's Play of Into the Breach. Sure, thumbnails, yeah, so right here. So if I open this up, there we go. What font do we have here? This is a Berlin Sans FB Demi. Where's my pencil? I need a pencil. I'm 100 years old. I'm sorry, I use pencils. I use papers. Excuse me as I mess around here. I reach over here. This looks like paper. I think I can use this. Berlin Sans FB Demi Bold. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we've had we got hammered with it comes up anyway. Way to go. We got hammered with or you know what? This is dumb. Why am I doing this? I should make sure to match my Let's Animate font, not necessarily thumbnails. Thumbnail. Don't save that. No. Okay, yeah. See, this is totally different. So Let's Animate is Agency FB. That's much easier to remember. And we're going to copy just almost like that. Exactly. So let's see if we can do that. Edit. If we can That'd be nice to be able to copy that. Yeah, we should be just bringing this whole setup. Agency FB boldness, the same thing. Should just be swapping out the side piece for this. But that's fine. We'll figure it out. We will throw in. Do I have the text layer? No. So we'll throw in the text layer. Agency FB bold. Let's animate. Exclamation mark. Okay. That comes up here. And what is it? It is in the format of 22, 111, 232. 22, 111, 232. 22, 111, 232. 22, 111, 232. 22, 111, 232. Boom, done. The bold, yes, there we go. The bold and the beautiful here. Let's animate. Except it's over and above each other. Sorry for all the flashing back and forth. You're just gonna have to bear with me here. But yeah, like I'm late today because of the whole fun winter storm deal. We got hammered pretty bad. Tons of snow, blowing snow, just awful stuff, you know. If you're from a place that doesn't get snow or storms, you should be you know, count your blessings, because it's not fun stuff, especially when you've kind of come to the conclusion that that spring has sprung, so to speak, and then you get kind of blindsided a little. I mean, we weren't totally blindsided. We knew it was coming. Good old weatherman kind of warned us that. Can we put the ear in here? How does that look in the rendering? That looks pretty good in the rendering. His ear's a little wonky because I have it as yeah, let's fix that. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix it. Let's duplicate it. Ears 2. We're gonna hide ears, and then ears 2 we will make not opaque. We will make it opaque. And we will copy that. There we go. So now that should all look the same. Ah, yes, that's much better. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, now we gotta make him look distraught. So he needs to have like wide eyes, right? Like that's like distraught eyes. And yeah, we don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do need to move fairly quickly because there are people returning, like I said, and we want to get this thumbnail done in a decent manner. We need his mouth to change, and then we need oh, and I've put the settings for the video, not for the thumbnail. What is a thumbnail? I'm not into this stuff. I don't know aspect ratios and formats, and I just like making dumb jokes. I've used 640 by 480 in the past. I think they technically want 1280 by 720. I don't know. I'll try it. I'll see how it looks. I'll make changes after. I won't have it on camera. I'd like to get his arms crossed. That would be really nice. What do we have here? We have this sort of thing. We have this sort of a deal here. We've got it like that, and it's like that, yeah. So we're going to copy that. Boom. Will that carry over to here? It does carry over to here. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's very good. Circle. Except we don't need that in his bone layer. We need that all the way at the back. There we go. Take off the color, put on the circle. Circle has those settings on it. We'll draw that circle. There we go. Kind of pivot it somehow. We'll spread it open like this. There we go. Where did my text go? Let's animate. Right there. think that's in the bone layer for some reason. Is that in the bone layer? It is in the bone layer. Get out of there. What are you doing? What are you... Get out of the bone layer. Get out of there. You don't belong there. There we go. Boom. Let's animate. Exciting. There we go. Yeah, lots of fun. Woohoo, let's animate. Then we need a new text layer. This one's going to be called Sidepiece Edition. Episode 1. And we make this black. Black is death. Pitch. Black is pitch. Project 2, episode 130. So let's try to keep some consistency. It's Sidepiece Edition, episode 1. Okay. Yeah, so how is that? Yeah, that's a totally different deal here. Leading or the kerning or the scale? It's 30, negative 26, and 2. 30, negative 26, and 2. Is he got a separate... No, it's just one line after the other. And until then, thanks very much. See you soon.